Can I tell you, I do enjoy my social media. And one of the things that I do, it can be a dangerous thing to do actually, I'm not gonna lie, is to read like the comments that start to come in after our Today's Special Values have kicked off. And I do it just to better know the customer, but also to prepare myself for my presentation. So I know what to talk about. What do you love? What do you not love? And I remember one of the comments that I read online today. It was from a woman who said, I'm usually the one who complains about all the vacuum presentations. And I bought this today. And I thought, good for her, actually, like knowing what she likes, what she doesn't like, and knowing when what she thought she wouldn't like was actually something she had to have. That's how a lot of you have responded to this MessMaster. You go, Shark, okay, I have a vacuum, I'm good. Oh, wait a minute. This thing picks up like wet kitty litter, and it picks up shattered eggs, and it picks up piles of soil, and it cleans the car, and it dusts the blinds. Like, this isn't your everyday vacuum. Now, to be clear, this is from the #1 vacuum brand in America for this year, and last year, and the year before, and the year before that. And actually, I love that fine print. It says canister vacs, hand vacs, robotic, stick vacuum. In other words, if it cleans up dirt, it's a vacuum. Shark is the #1. And of all the Shark vacuums, this is the one that has earned the name, the MessMaster. Wet baby food, SpaghettiOs, cereal, coffee, wet stuff, dry stuff, and that weird in-between stuff that's been sitting out all night. This is supposed to be, and is, everywhere else, $129.99. Oh, and that's before we throw in all the extras that we've got in there. When we throw in all the extras, it's actually over $169. Our TSV price is $99.98, and you're getting it home for $20. Now, something this size usually costs a few dollars to ship, but we're actually taking that away today. Free shipping and handling. But we have had 9,000 orders so far today, and this value goes away at the end of the day. Up here at the top, we have our two most popular color choices, the ash purple. That's the most limited as well, with 4,300 remaining. Now, 4,300, of course, sounds like a lot until I tell you that it's 1 p.m. and we've already had 9,000 orders. Here is the burnt ashes. To me, it's like gray meets slate blue. Underneath, we have it in the charcoal. And then finally, we'll have it in the burgundy. Now, in addition to this being a beast of a cleaner, we're going to give you extender attachments, squeegee attachments, extra bags. Then I think my favorite thing right here is the detail tool. Look at these tiny little crevice tools. Are you the person like me who can't stand when dust gets into the little corners or the bottom of the drink holders in your car? Not a problem anymore. It's actually going to be fun to clean again. 2.9 million Shark vacuums have sold here at QVC, and this one is customer top rated. Call me if you own it. 1-800-395-1601. Again, that's 1-800-395-1601. Let's go join Elizabeth Watts right now. And we gave her about 20 minutes to remess the studio. And she and her team did a stellar job, right?
Yeah, we like to create the messes. Actually, I have something fun to do, Jen.
Okay.
Before we got finished a minute ago, I asked you what you wanted to do first, right? I'm going to let you take the MessMaster.
Okay.
I'm going to spill 2 egg yolks with some shell in there. I've got to be careful it doesn't go on the floor, but even if it did, we have the right tool.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to take my paper towels, because here's my roll of paper towels that I'd normally try and, oh my gosh, this is disgusting.
Ew, get on your fingers.
Okay, I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah,
Right,
don't do
Jen?
that. And you broke the yolks for me. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, I didn't have to, but I did. All right, Jen's going to take just the MessMaster. Go ahead, go for it. Oh my gosh!
I get that gratifying little slurp.
I love it. And because it's a squeegee on the backstroke, it's getting all the stuff that was on the floor without having to mess with all that. I love it, Jen.
Done. Right?
Yeah.
Now, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I want to show everyone where it's going. This is what it's all about. It's going into the
scrambled.
Yeah, it's scrambled eggs, ready to go. But so this is about vacuuming the unvacuumable, okay? We are the #1 vacuum brand, and that translates into a portable, wet and dry, easy to use vacuum. Look at all these crazy demonstrations. Everything's going in the bin. You don't have to worry about the roll of paper towels or, you know, as we mentioned earlier, Jen, if you break something, what do you do with the glass and then the liquid and then the solid? It's all going right into the same bin. It's super easy to clean. There's our morning smoothie, right? I mean, we're going into afternoon time, but maybe it's your afternoon green juice, right? The wine, and this actually, do we have some, oh yeah, a little bit of glass in the wine. Look at the suction power. Can y'all see that? Wait, let me go this way. I want you to be able to see how the power of the
Nice.
Shark is pulling this in before we even get there. And then the squeegee, I love that because it helps kind of dry it. So here's our coffee. Oh wait, here's that combo mess, Jill. Jen, I called you Jen.
That's okay.
There's the dry, the wet. Let's do another egg. Why not? Breakfast disaster. I said this earlier. My nephew, when he was 2, thought it was cute to break a whole carton of eggs on the floor while Mama wasn't looking. And she didn't have this, Jen, you know? I didn't have this when I broke the entire industrial-sized jar of capers. One thing that you can do, where's my spray? Once you get done, now this has a bunch of gunk,
smart,
right? This has like, you know, some remnants on the counter. Use whatever you like to spray. I just had a spray cleaner. I sprayed it on the counter. Now I'm gonna use the same tool with the squeegee and see how it's getting everything, even a little bit of wine. Yeah, yeah, because you're squeegeeing it. And so this is cleaning the counter fully. But when we're done cleaning the counter, right, because of that squeegee, we don't have to like struggle to figure out.
Wait for the close-up because this is really cool.
I want you to know, this is how you're cleaning your hose. Ready? Water, okay? And by the way, lots of power. Holds a half a gallon of wet and a full gallon of dry. Now let me explain this because this is really important. The inside of this hose is smooth, okay?
So it's not going to get caught into these little ridges.
No, nothing is caught, Mark, on the inside of the hose. So now the hose is clean. Now, you still have to clean your bin. So what you're going to do is take this out. You're going to dump all that down the sink, toilet, wherever, and then you're going to wash it either by hand, rinse it out, or you can put it in the dishwasher, and guess what? See, I got a little egg. We got a little egg on our tool. This can also go in the dishwasher.
Right, so there's no, hey, let me go grab the MessMaster, and oh my God, it smells like, you know, 15 different messes. Yeah, if you leave it like that, obviously. Well, should I ever mix anything to that water, like vinegar or something like that?
You can. Actually, last night Jane had an interesting idea. Put a couple drops of dish soap in there and suck it through.
Yeah, sure.
But, you know, you could just use water because what's happening is it's spiraling through the hose. So now my hose, it's listen, you can smell it. Does that smell like funky stuff?
It doesn't.
We just cleaned all that stuff up. We might smell it a little bit from in there.
Okay, 1,600 orders. Is that what I heard, Brian, in our show? Okay, 1,600 orders have already been placed, and if you love that ash purple, that's probably the one to watch.
Yes, yes. Oh, I got to do one thing. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead,
no, you go ahead. Right. So, and what I keep reiterating is, and I know that a lot of people pick this up because the demonstrations are so stinking cool, and I also acknowledge that unless you do have that, you said your nephew that like shatters a dozen eggs, right? You're probably not facing that kind of mess. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
If it can clean up those kinds of messes, what's it going to do for you for every day? And you were asking me like what my favorite demo is, like for fun. It's the egg. The one that I think if I were at home watching this, what would make me buy it is this one right here, right? The clogged drain in your sink or your shower.
Yeah. And I mentioned earlier, if you have a shower, like a stand shower, take the little drain cover off. You can put this right down in there and get all that gross hair.
I love that.
I mean, how many times have we felt like we had to call a professional for a mess like this? Or Jen, when the disposal stops sucking up, right?
Oh my gosh.
You know, you want to adjust the disposal, but you need to get the liquid out of here. You can use this for that. You can also use it for, again, wet to dry, hair around the sink.
I'm getting ahead of myself. But can I use some of these attachments in the dryer vent?
Of course, yes. So you get the little detail. What Jen's talking about is the little detail kit, this additional hose with 5 different tools. So what you could do, watch this. I don't have a dryer vent to show
Gabby,
you.
you need this. My daughter, her dryer takes forever to dry. She needs it.
Ooh, where is it? I'm not in the shot. Right there.
Good.
All the way down into the dryer vent, like, you know, like down in that vent area, and get all that stuff out. You get this with this tool, with the kit here. But something else that's really, we're going to go to the floor messes in a sec.
Okay.
But I just want to show this while we're here. For those of us that have the pets that sometimes leave the messes, or we spill the coffee or the,
what if you have an older
juice?
Pet, right? You're taking care of a senior dog. They're doing their best, right? But sometimes you don't get home in time.
You get this tool, which is your upholstery tool. So it will extract the mess out of the carpet. Oh, I forgot to do the demo. Here, this is what I would normally do, right? I would take my paper towel.
You take 100 of those.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that. And instead, we're sucking the water out, the pee out, whatever it is, from the underneath the carpet because you have the Shark power. That's
It
what
took
it's
it
all
right
about.
off the
I know.
tape.
It did. I tried to tape it down, but it's not staying.
That's the suction power right there. Okay, let's do a couple more and I'll show the
Okay,
colors again.
So let's talk about another way. So you can clean out your dustbin as we showed you, either in the dishwasher or by rinsing. Here's another way to do it though. You can put a bag, and we call it any bag technology, because any bag from 2 to 13 gallons, but I think a grocery bag is perfect, or one of those compostable veggie bags you get at the store. So it just slips right on here. It keeps things clean. And another thing is, look at this decentralized filter. That means the filter's not down inside the bin, okay? If it were, it would begin to lose power as we picked up the goopy messes. What we do is we put it over here on the side, and by the way, it's washable, reusable filter, and that keeps that suction power strong, so we have no loss of suction with this.
But also, to be clear, I don't have to buy anything again.
No, you don't.
Nice.
You don't. We give you 2 starter bags, and if you want to then use whatever bags, we all have those bags around the house, yeah. So using the bag, if I have something that's maybe stinky like food that's been sitting out for a while, right? This cheese, that can get quite smelly. Those kind of messes you might want to use a bag with. How about our pet messes, Jen? I mean, this is what we want to make sure that we're cleaning those up, like the dog food, the spilled cat food. I was saying earlier, my cats that get wet and dry food, and it just sticks to the floor. This is a perfect solution. And then larger messes. You know, maybe you spill that bag of litter, right? Or you want to clean around the rabbit cage or the bird cage where they make such a mess. And
idea. I'm processing this in my head.
Yeah.
So Brian goes, what about all the stuff that falls at the bottom of your grill? Obviously not when it's like still piping hot, but even like, we have that little fire pit in the on our deck, and once the ashes get in there and then it rains and I've got all these wet ashes in that fire pit.
yes.
That's a really good one. Okay, anyway, continue.
This is designed for the unvacuumable. So those kind of goopy messes, it's perfect. And then, actually, let me do a couple more up top. I was doing floor. My tools are on board, by the way, and it's only about 9 pounds, so easy to take wherever I need it to go. Crafting beads, spilled cereal, have you ever opened a bag of quinoa or something and it totally spills? You know, this is what you'll use. Now, when I'm ready to empty it, if I have the bag, Jen, it's so crazy easy.
So easy.
I was just stinking easy. You open it, you grab the bag, right? And all your mess is here. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna take that and throw it right in the trash can.
All right, let's
and
head
you're
over.
good to go.
I want to show you the color choices again. This is the moment that I go into my usual, like, if you only used it for speech, right? If you only used it in the kitchen, if you only used it in the garage, if you only used it to clean the car, if you only used it because you're a busy parent and you have messy toddlers, like, for every single individualized use that it has, it is worth the $99. And as somebody who's very dialed into the price of things, because that's my job, I see something like this and I go, oh wait, I presented that before. I bet the TSV price is like $120 because this is supposed to be $130 and then we're adding in all these extra tools. When I see in 2024 that something has gone down, something like this, to $99, my beautiful jacket, it costs more than that. And I'm not going to use that every single day. I still love the jacket. But this is something you're likely to use multiple times a week, multiple members of the family, to make life easier. It's exclusive to QVC, including a couple of our color choices. Now, this is the most limited, ash purple, and it's also very popular. This is the burnt ashes. Then we have it in charcoal
Here, and then
and burgundy.
the tool and go back.
Our price is a $20 easy pay and free shipping and handling, only until the end of the day. Oh, and something else I'd call out for you too, check the reviews. On average, this has a 4.6 star rating out of 5. That's technically customer top rated. Now, for an appliance, a tool, to consistently get those kinds of ratings, that's huge. And that's what we're getting for you today. All the crevice tools right here for the little messes, all the extenders and the squeegees for the great big messes. V58807. 9,300 orders today, with free shipping and handling as well. I think I'm heading outside now to go see Elizabeth because she's out in the car. So let's pretend it's a $99 car detail kit for Dad for Father's Day. Guess what? Still a great price. Elizabeth is cleaning those cup holders, the console, you know, like all the little areas where you go, you know what, I'm just taking this to a detailer because I don't have the means to get in here and get in all those little